Hello everyone, BZA 32 here, back with a look at this week's mail, which is a little bit full. First, I got a game that's a little bit big. It's an older game by the good Dr. Rainer Knizia, whose games I enjoy, of course. And this came out in 2005 by Ravensburger. It's been a while since I've gotten anything from Ravensburger. And it is King Arthur, which is... it's got a medieval theme, but it's not really King Arthur, where you are playing knight cards and rolling cards to gain these adversaries, and then you use adversaries to get these victory point cards. It's similar to other games, a little bit harder to find. This is not even an English version because that's what I could find for a decent price. It's based on a board game, but apparently the board game's not that good, and it's got some weird stuff, including like a electric sock thing or something like that that I heard about. Anyways, I got that from La As de Jeu. It basically translates to Ace of Games from Quebec, and also from them another game called Bahamas, which is by Madigo. And this is basically you're playing, it's for 4 to 8 players. It plays a group of players, and you're each playing thieves who's perform this perfect heist, and you're trying to get away to Bahamas, but now all of a sudden engine trouble, plane's going down, and you're trying to grab parachute and money to survive, and whoever ends up with the most money and survives the crash wins the game. It's kind of a cool game. Then I have a game here that I got on Amazon. It's called unavailable, I hope, by the Game Factory, and also Explorate. It's a trick-taking game with an animal theme, where you're gonna have some cards face up and face down in front of you, and you can play from your hand or the cards in front of you. And different cards have different abilities. It's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it's not an English version, but I'm okay with that. Then I got 3 games from Philibert, which, by the way, this week is all card games. I forgot to mention that at the start. No decks. I got 3 games though here from Philibert in France, because that's who had them. Unfortunately, there was some issues with DHL getting the package to me. Eventually though, I was able to pick it up. First one is a trick-taking game called Las Vegan, with a Las Vegas theme, except cabbages instead of coins, and cabbage machines instead of slot machines. Basically, you're just trying to be the last person, or the person who has the most cabbages by the time somebody is completely out. You're going to be playing tricks. The tricks are going to, in some cases, determine if these are positive or negatives for different numbers or suits. And you're going to lose cabbages, perhaps gain some, more than likely lose some. And again, once somebody loses all the cabbages, at least one person, then whoever has the most at that time wins. And it's by KYF. This is the only game I have from them, but it's kind of cool. Other games I got include from Amigo, the new Llama Cadabra. You've seen so by a llama how to play. This is the newest one, the 4th one I've gotten. And it's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it's not in English. But again, it's like Llama, where you are trying to play out the cards in your hands and trying to avoid, getting points, basically. It plays similar to other games, except there's a blue chip that you get whenever you play certain cards that have a blue star on them. You get this blue chip, which is worth 10 points, which you don't want, but you can get rid of it simply by skipping your turn. And if somebody else plays a card, they have to take it from you. So, kind of cool. There's also this whole little magic show thing where, I'll explain, basically, every time somebody plays a llama card, they're going to put one of their chips, the lowest valued one, on this little magic stage. Once that's filled up with 5, everyone's going to have to play out llamas. Whoever is the first person to not be able to play out the llama collects all those points. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's a couple other like abilities on some of the cards. The last game I got from there is called Robo-Trick, another trick-taking game. This one's designed by this guy named Domi in Japan. It was originally a Japan release. Now it's been put out by Explorate. Originally it was by, I believe it was the Game Factory as well. Something like that. Same as Zimbabwe, I believe. And it's a trick-taking game where it's for 3 players. The 4th player is a AI robot. It's going to have a card like this. There's 10 different ones. And basically, these are going to tell you what it's going to do if it has to lead, if it has to follow, and if it's not able to follow. And if the AI wins a trick, all the cards you played into the trick, that each player plays into the trick, you keep as negative points. Any tricks that you win, you keep as positive points. It's a pretty cool game. Droko is the name of the robot that you're playing against. Each player in the game is going to have an opportunity to basically handle the robot as it's going to go around the table. Yeah, it's an interestingly done game. Then I got a couple of things that I got on the Geek market on Board Game Geek. The first is a promo pack for the game Longboard, which I looked at before on the channel. It just comes with some extra cards, a little expansion. And some new objectives apparently. And I got that from a seller on the Geek market. I also got from another seller on the Geek market a ladder climbing game, an older one from Rio Grande Games called Frank's Zoo. And it's a ladder climbing game. This one came out in 1999. And basically it's a game you're doing ladder climbing, except there's no values. It's just different animals. Different animals basically eat certain animals. And it's really interesting. I really like what they did with that. It's been on my radar for a while. Then there's one more. This is, despite the name, it's kind of a big one. It's a little flower sop. And it's by Steve Finn, Dr. and the Dr. Finn's Games. He's perhaps, there it is over here, perhaps best known for games like Flurfus, Delicious, Herbaceous, and some other games from Pencil First Games, sorry, not Geek, that I've looked at before on the channel. It comes like these big boards. Basically, you each have a flower sop. You're going to be getting vases and flowers for them and hopefully selling them to make money and score victory points. And it's kind of cool. It's a little bit of a big box, especially considering it's little mini cards, but it's because you have these big player boards. So that is all I get this week. A bunch of games. Comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Should be at least one deck of cards next week. One for sure. And more games. Stay tuned.